Hey, it's your boy Crypto Expat back with another video. We've got a lot to get through in this video. I want to talk about zero fee yield farming projects. Yes, zero fee. So we've gone from Ethereum to paying $30, $40, $50 a transaction. Now we're going to Tron to 1, 2, 3 cents a transaction. Now there's zero fee transaction yield farming. So we're going to get into that. And also we're going to just get into a bunch of Ethereum-based yield farming projects, some new ones coming up, and also I'm going to get into some new TRON yield farming projects. But at the end, I'm going to show you one TRON yield farming project that has just absolutely died. And I want to explain why it has died. This is something that's very important that you need to understand when you do yield farming, okay? If you understand this one concept, then you're good. Okay, you're good. So stick to the end. Now I am going to give away 100 TRON in this one. So somewhere in this video there will be the code word. So don't forget to just put the code word with your TRON wallet below, and I'll pick a random winner for the 100 TRON. So let's get into it. Any of this stuff is just for educational purposes only. Do not contact me if you take an L. This stuff that I'm about to show you is extremely risky. Some of these projects are just launched, and if you get into this, you're most likely that you're going to lose all your money. And at the end, I'll explain why you do not get into these projects at the beginning, even though what most people think, hey, I got to get in early, I got to get in early. But it's actually the opposite, okay? I'll explain why at the end. However, again, treat me like a news outlet, right? I'm like the TV you turn on. First one is the DMD Finance. This is a EOS project, okay? And EOS, now we're now getting into these yield farming with EOS, and with EOS there's no fees, okay? So there's no fees. However, with EOS there's like three things which makes it very clunky, and I don't know whether it's going to really take off, but these EOS, what I'm seeing, they're popping up in China. So there's a lot of Chinese, there's this yield farming, it's getting very popular in Asia. Okay, China, I don't know, Vietnam's caught onto this, but Vietnam has got a massive crypto following. I mean, they were right into BitConnect in those days. A lot of those Asian people were from Vietnam, and China is, so there's this big community of Asian yield farming that's coming up. So they might be what's driving EOS. As you can see down the bottom here, you can see the slow mist. So this one here has been audited, I believe, by slow mist. So whether that's true or not, I don't really know too much about this one. Okay, I'll admit it. ROI is about 55%, and they're basically farming the native token. Okay, so it's extremely risky. However, with the EOS, so basically EOS, you basically need three things to make this free, transactions free. You need the CPU, so your computer has a lot to do with this. CPU, the network bandwidth, and the RAM. So if you have a good computer and good network bandwidth, then you're not going to have to worry too much when your transactions go through. They're just going to be free. They're not going to get rejected. This wall one, a wall is a EOS, and this is another one of the EOS yield farming projects. Okay, again, I don't know. I haven't done EOS yield farming yet, so I can't really tell you too much about it. But this is like the second one that I've seen so far, apart from DMD. Okay, so they're starting to pop up. If you look at the rules, I think this one, there's a lot of Chinese as well in this one. Okay, so I don't know whether this Chinese syndicate just popping out these EOS yield farming. Just be very careful, okay, guys? Okay, so that's one thing, I guess, surviving with the EOS yield farming. So I think you're going to see more and more of these EOS yield farming projects pop up. One thing I came across the other day was this one here. I think this is awesome. This is DeFiBox.io. I'll put all the links below, okay? Even the sketchy ones. You guys can decide. And basically what this one is you can just stake your EOS or the EOS style tokens on the blockchain, and you get rewards. And it just depends. Obviously, the more you basically stake, the higher the returns. And I went through some of these, and some of these have got like ridiculous amount of EOS in here. So what they're doing is they're basically building up the EOS, and they just, instead of just sitting in their wallet, just like your Bitcoin, right? You're building a Bitcoin, and instead of just sitting in a wallet, well, they just put it on this DeFi box, and they earn basically fees from swapping. Okay, so this one here, EOS box, there's a serious lot amount of cash in here. If you work out 1 box equals 5, and if you just 5 EOS, if we just click into it, you'll see the fees there. So people are swapping from box to EOS, and they're paying a fee. Okay, when you transact between different tokens within the EOS blockchain, obviously you have to pay, right? It's like Uniswap, you have to pay. Okay, you can see here the amount of liquidity. So this one here's got 13% liquidity. They've got 8,681 box, and 49,080 EOS. So, and they've already earned 1,051 box, and they're roughly $5 a box. Now they've made $5,000. Okay, and there's, you can check this out. Look at all the different pools. There's heaps of them. Okay, so let's go to the next one. So this one here is called pumpkindefi.com. This is highly sketchy, guys. Okay, I don't know. I just found out about this one. This is actually new on the IOST blockchain. So we had Ethereum, then we got TRON, then we got EOS. Now we got IOST. This is the first IOST blockchain-based yield farming project. Okay, again, I think this is they're just pumping the price on this, but this is like, to do this, you have to. I don't have an IOST wallet, so you got to go through hoops just to get this. So I don't know whether it's going to be successful or not, because I mean, it could be, again, this could be an Asian one. You just don't know, right? It's got different. Here, this looks Chinese. See. So if these Chinese syndicates, if they're hitting these things, that's how they're pumping. It's very sketchy, guys, because they could just be pumping it. You just don't know. They put up the script, they pump it. People that enter it, they think they're going to get ridiculous returns. Apparently, this one's getting 300% per day. So you gotta buy this. This is the actual returns at the moment. So if you look at the price, this is the PPT. This is the pumpkin. This is what you're mining, right? To get this, you've got to get this wallet, which is called iWallet, and then to get this iWallet, you've got to then send 150 iOS to register it, and then once you register it, then once you send 150 here, then you can get this registration code. Then you can generate a wallet, and then once you got your wallet, you can see this is the iOS Google Chrome plugin. Then you can create an account. If you're new to this, it's just going to be a lot of hoops to go through, in my opinion. But we just don't know what's going on with this. They could just be pumping it. So this is 1 PPT is 38,800 iOS. That's a shitload. So if we just go to CoinGecko and just put IOST. So what are they saying? So 40,000 for 1 PPT. So it's 2,951 for 1 PPT. Apparently this is making 300%, but just, guys, highly sketchy, guys, highly sketchy. I wouldn't dabble in this stuff. But anyway, you guys can do what you want with this information, okay? So this one here, yield farming.io, this is Ethereum based. This has been going for a while. This seems to be going well. Again, I'm not in this, so you know, I'm just seeing this pop up, and it looks like it's going well. A lot of people, YouTubers, have talked about this one, so you know, we'll see. So these are the yields, okay? So you know, 1600. When you pair, okay, when you pair with like another native token that's highly volatile, you can get wrecked, okay, through impermanent loss. So just be aware of that. This one here, this one actually came out about 2 weeks ago, or a bit over a week ago. Because it's Indian based, not much has been talked about until now. The rest of the yield farmers in like English speaking are now got onto this. Yeah, this was over a week ago out through the Indian channels. So this is the Indian one, and it's also linked to the other coin, which is BNS, which has been around for like a long time, which is this one here. So I believe they're both linked together, and so anyway, this one is actually going really strong apparently. So again, I'm not in this, but the APIs are not ridiculous. They're just, you know, half decent. Once you get to ridiculous APIs of 11,000, it's just going to be a pump and dump. People just leave, okay? So I'll put the links below. This one, Toast, that's been around for a little while. This is Ethereum as well. Again, I don't know too much about this one. You have to do further research, okay? Let's move on. This one here, this is about to launch. It's DVL Finance. So this thing on Uniswap, again, highly, you know, this could be a scam. You just don't know what about this stuff, okay? One Ethereum is 0.66 devil, so yeah, quite high. So do further due diligence on that one. Touchfire, this is another one that's coming out, and Touchfire is the DeFi yield farming plug to farm YFT and harvest other third-party protocols, okay? So do some further research. I've got to do some more research on this one. Yeah, this one looks like there's a big Telegram group actually for this one. So I don't think anything's working at the moment. So it's just literally, yeah, it's just new. YFT, okay? Again, I don't know too much about this project, so you need to do further due diligence with it. Okay, so let's just get into the TRON ones. Okay, so I like this one. This Jackpool, this has just got listed on OKX, Gate, MXC, Polo. I think there's Bitbox. It's been listed on 5, 6, 7 different exchanges. It's getting a lot of volume, and I'm really liking this one because this is your Tron based ones, okay? So and the reason why is because the liquidity, okay? So the liquidity matters big time, and even though it's dropped a little bit, there's still 3 million, all right? And I think that you're going to see this go up simply because of the listings. It was up here, liquidity was up here 9 million, which is good. When you see a lot of liquidity, this is music to your ears, so to say. The more liquidity, the more stable it is. So that's the key with these yield farming projects: liquidity. So you don't get wrecked. And also, if you can get it on the up, even better. Especially if you're mining the native token, you won't get impermanent loss if you do the stable coins. And so this one here, SSR. Again, I'm not in this one, but you can also check the liquidity. Always check the liquidity. Can't stress this enough. See, 151. Would not touch this with a 10-foot pole. Here's why. Because look, remember our little friend Sriracha? I did a video on this when it just first came out, and I was making 800% in that day for a couple of days, and then it just started to take a dump. And I saw this kept on gradually going down and down. The liquidity pool was up to 1 million, and it kept on going down. I'm thinking, what's going on here? Someone just keeps on dumping. I reckon that these devs or the people that have this sriracha that created it, they've been dumping because someone just keeps on bleeding this pool. And it was up to, sriracha was up to like, I think it was, I don't know the all-time high, maybe it was like $40 and maybe even more. And it just kept on dumping. And I've been watching this since it was the inception of sriracha till today. And look at it. It's just every time someone invests in this, what they're doing is they're just bleeding that liquidity out. So if someone invests $1,000, someone is taking their $1,000 worth of token and cashing out. And I'll show you at the end what I mean by how this can go disastrously wrong in a big way. So sriracha, they've got a game that's just come out, okay, which is this game, but as of yield farming, someone's bled this and it's dying. It's dying. So this other one here, this whale finance, but this site doesn't look like it's doing anything. It's just sitting there doing not much. Coming soon, harvest, unstake. Doesn't seem like there's anything happening on this site. Let's go to farming. This one here, I have no clue what is happening with this one. Just looks like nothing's happening on the site. Let's go and have a look at the liquidity. You better tell us straight away what's going on. Yeah, it's up and down, 90,000 liquidity. Would not touch it with a 9-foot pole. Way too risky. This jewelry finance, again, I don't know why they've got two sites, but this other ruby finance, they got like two links up here. I don't know why they would do this, but anyway, maybe it's just mining sun. It's got this sun one here, but it's got this link to ruby farming, and this is the one I want to talk about, okay? This ruby pool finance, I'll put the link below. Do not touch this of the 10-foot pole, because I'll tell you why. This has just died in the ass, because you know, you come here, you look at it and go, oh, okay, it's a nice looking site, whatever. You have a bit of a snooze around, medium post, you know, that sort of thing, read about it. And then what you always should do with these, always check the liquidity on this, okay? So then you'll know straight away what's going on with the project if you look at the liquidity. So find the contract somewhere. And this is a perfect example of a yield farming project going wrong. I'll tell you why. Look at the liquidity. There's only 8,000. Okay, it went up to 27,000. Obviously, someone got greedy. It's just dumped. So these people, that bought in when it was 27,000 liquidity. They're left holding their bags because this is dumped big time. You know, it's just, this is something that's just gone wrong bad. It's just gone wrong. Okay, and when you see this liquidity and so low, do not touch it. In fact, these TRON yield farming projects, I would not go into it if it's under, like safely, like between 500,000 or maybe more, like even 1 million. Because it's safe. There's a lot of liquidity there. The price movement's not going to move much. You're safe, right? And it's the more exchanges that it goes on, like when I talked about Jackpool. The reason why I like this is because the liquidity is like 3.5 million, and it just got listed on like a whole bunch of exchanges. So what's that going to do? It's going to bring more money into the actual pool, and the liquidity is going to go up. So the liquidity is the easiest way to tell whether the project's dying in the ass like this, or it's going up. It's gaining value. It's going up. People are getting into it. People are staking it, providing liquidity. So if we go to JFI, okay, it's taken a bit of a dump here, but I think it's on the way up. Look at the liquidity. It's still 3 million. There's a lot of liquidity there, even though these people at 9 million, they probably took some profits, which I don't blame them. You know, and then it's sort of gone down. We saw this. The reason why this has gone down, I believe, is because of Bitcoin. But I think that now with these new exchanges, it should keep on going up slowly. If it goes up, if it remains steady and goes up, you can mine the native token, but it's still risky because of impermanent loss. Really, this is the one you want to get into, this one here, because it's got the stable coin. Okay, so USDJ is stable coin, and you got TRX to pair with it. That's really the ones that you want to do. You could also do this Tether, although these are basically the same. I mean, they're both stable coins. I would rather do the USDJ because it's 200% more APY. So this is the key to winning with yield farming. If you're stuck to the end, then you're going to find out what the secret is. Okay, if you're still watching this. The secret is getting it in as it goes up. That's the secret. Okay? So one, make sure that you're on the way up. Make sure there's enough liquidity there. And when it gets up, you got to be smart, like these people up here. Do not get greedy. Do not get greedy. Sell. Take your profits. That's the key to winning with yield farming. It's your boy, Crypto Expat. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.